What's going on, my incredible people? Just Incredible here with an incredible rant. Not really a rant. Let me just talk at y'all for a minute. Can I do that? Can I talk at y'all for a minute? Uh, Drink of the evening, Jack Daniels, honey style. Candle of the evening. Shout outs to my man Kevin Hart. Mahogany teak wood. If y'all know about that mahogany teak wood, like that smells good. So I wanted to comment on one of my favorite YouTubers. I normally don't do like by name. Uncle Tim's Rants and Reviews. Shout out to Uncle Tim. This is to you. I want to first start off by saying, why do I like Uncle Tim? Like, I follow a lot of people. Don't get me wrong. I follow a lot of people. But I like different levels. I like people, I don't want to say on my level, but I'm a beginner. I've only been collecting for a year and like 2 days now. So there are people who've been in this forever. So when I came across Uncle Tim's reviews, now it's Rants and Reviews, where he does a whole hell of a lot of ranting and a whole lot less reviews. And I love this guy, because I feel like he's somebody, if I worked with, I would love talking this stuff to, The reason I subscribed is because he said something that I was feeling. And it all started when I started collecting the Masters of the Universe line. I did not watch He-Man growing up. I was a Thundercats kid, and I just couldn't do it because He-Man was like, fabulous secret powers were revealed to me. They always just had that look, hey everybody, by the power, the opening was badass. He-Man, that was badass, but it just did not hold up even when I was a kid. To me, that Thundercats opening, shit, that was hard, boy. Thundercats, ho! But I digress. I remember always last year around November-ish time frame, always going to Target and Walmart and they don't have anything, right? So, but Masters of the Universe was always prominent. It was like there, filled to the brim. I was like, shit, they always got this. My friend and I used to always laugh. They got all this, but they don't got Marvel Legends and stuff. So the first two figures I bought, I just picked up Tila just to, say it. But the two figures I bought was Battle Cat from Revelations and He-Man from Revelations. And I watched it because I was like, okay, let me try to get into it. I didn't have anything vested, like, to be where I hate it like most people, so I didn't know anything about it. I'm just like, let me watch it. It's pretty cool. And that trailer was badass. But Uncle Tim, if you watching this, you said this, I'll never forget. Go back and look at your video from last year. You was like, and I'm going to do the list because I love you. He was like, fam, you got to get what speaks to you. If it speaks to you, grab it. That's when I was like, yes. I have no ties to He-Man and the Masters Universe, but the figure spoke to me. I was like, and I never, hashtag no regrets. I paid full price and the shit went on sale so many times. When I opened Battle Cat and held it, I was like, holy shit, this is badass. So moving forward, there's some Mythic Legions characters I want to kind of get, even though I don't follow that. So when he said, and I agree, I just never said it out loud, if it speaks to you, grab it. It looks tight. Meaning like it's right there, hey, get me. You don't have any ties to it, it don't mean anything, so grab it. Now, the reason why I'm calling on Uncle Tim right now, and I told him in his review, because like I made comments, like 3 comments, but I want him to understand, like, I'm not just hating for the sake of hating. Yeah, I do have a renting video to where like, because there's other YouTubers who like I like or I'll sometimes look at and I'm just like, come on, like, I gravitated to your channel at first because you entertain me, but like, if every videos is gonna be like negative, like, I don't want that. I'm not gonna unsubscribe, but it's like I don't want to watch it. I give a thumbs up as a up and coming YouTuber because I know sometimes like the algorithm and all, but I just can't subscribe to what you're saying right now. It don't make me say fuck this person. I'm not doing it. It's like I'm not feeling where you coming from, and I have that right. So Uncle Tim, and anybody else out there in Incredible Land, and all my other incredible people, the 3 people that's watching this. Let's talk about Hasbro for a minute. Let's take a drink before we do that. Shit, we need a drink. Hasbro. Any of us over 18 knows that no company gives a fuck about us. Even Godfather McFarlane. They're in it for a profit. I like it when it's like, let's make a profit. Let's make a deal. I get a profit, a marginal profit. You get what you like and you happy about it. Okay? when it comes to Hasbro, I didn't buy into that whole subscription shit. Yes, I'm talking about the new PulseCon that just happened. In particular, Dr. Mindbender, Phoenix, or Dark Phoenix, and for some fucking reason, Multiple Man and or the Crimson Bat. I won't lose sleep over the Crimson Bat. I'm just like, I don't really give a shit. He's not even a prominent character. I don't even know if he existed. So let's talk about that. And the His Tank. Let's take it all the way back to the His Tank, okay? I got my PulseCon exclusive. I mean, I got an account with Hasbro Pulse like last year in November. Whenever the Transformer Scorponok was dropping, that's when I got my account. Back then, anything I think over $100 was free shipping. And I was like, okay, I'm with that. Then I started noticing, wait, I got over $100. Why am I paying $6 for shipping? It's $6.99, fam. I'm sorry, I'm stealing his shtick. My incredible people, it's $6.99 for shipping. That means if you buy 30 things or if you buy one thing. Which, let's break it down. Let's make the dollars make sense. I got the Power Rangers Zord and just various other things to where, like, you know, things drop at different times. So if only 3 things drop, I'm paying $6 for that. But it might be one thing in this line that I want. Do I want to pay $6 for that? So I had to go and cancel this and put it all in this. It was a headache. But with the His Tank, I remember. This is why I talk shit about the Reyes, the Robbie Reyes or whatever. That's my Kenny G and Babyface in the background. You know, I'm just keeping it, you know, mood setting. But anyway, when the His Tank dropped, I didn't give a shit what came with it. To me, in my financial income, $300 was worth it to me. I was like, yo, it came with a driver. Now, if it didn't come with at least a driver, it's like, what the fuck? But it came with a driver and the His Tank itself. When I saw that thing, I was like, I'm sold. Because I missed out on the other HasLabs that I would have backed the Razor Crest, my financial income, and not going into debt. I would have backed the Razor Crest. I don't give a shit that it was destroyed. I would have backed the Razor Crest. I definitely would have backed Unicron. Maybe not Galactic, I don't really care. That's cool. But the Sentinel, yes. So the Razor Crest, the Sentinel, and Unicron, fuck yes, take my money right now. That shit would have been bought without me thinking. And I think Unicron, when it first came out, the extra stuff wasn't even a thing yet. It's only been like 2 years now since HasLabs has been a thing. The Cell Barge, no. I understand its significance, but it means absolutely nothing to me. But the His Tank, I would turn my camera around and show you. I mean, like, I'm new to collecting the Joes. They're on my wall, and I have pretty much every Joe that I wanted. The only Joe that I don't have is Major Blood. Now, this is where I will agree. Incredible people, we got 1,000 fucking Storm Shadows. I mean, not Storm Shadows, Snake Eyes and all these variants. We got one Major Blood. If the companies gave a shit about any of this, they would see that there was a need for Major Blood. Now, I don't know if there's red tape tied up somewhere, but I'm like, y'all can redo all this shit, but like, y'all can't do a Major Blood re-release? Are you serious? I got like so many fucking ninjas. There's literally like, when did Snake Eyes start carrying the shit? Because that movie fucking bombed and it fucking sucked. I'm sorry. I'm saying it. That shit sucked. And I watched it for free. So I had no horse in that race and it sucked. So, with that being said, when the His Tank came out, I got 2 of them immediately. I was like, I don't care. And I wasn't trying to flip them or none of that shit. How badass, because I knew it was Serpentor. I like Serpentor. Cobra, la 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 la. This I command. My best friend hates him. I like him. Fuck Cobra Commander, in my opinion. Give me Serpentor, as ridiculous as he looks. But I wanted Serpentor in his air chariot between 2 His Tanks. Woo! But my logical side, because I'm about to call him Uncle Dave. I use Dave Ramsey's, fuck it, Uncle Dave. I use his Every Dollar app. So I manage my money and my savings, and to spend $600, like, because you know they charge you, it just didn't make financial sense. So I took away one, but then I was like, you know what? This would be a good time to get the Pulse, because there are some exclusives that I missed out on that I didn't get, and I don't want Serpentor to be out of reach. So after crunching the numbers, it was already, for me, it paid for itself. because when I look back on everything that I've ordered from PulseCon, especially the exclusives, like my Shattered Glass, it just made sense, man. And this alleviated me having to always go back and cancel, because I'm gonna get to it. They have the worst. They're the equivalent of Disney Plus when it comes to ordering shit. Like their interface and website, they need to do better. Big Bad Toy Store, anybody can agree, should agree, that's the best thing going, just because of the loot box. But yeah, so I was like, okay, this is already $20 off of it. There's gonna be other figures. Like, I paid for the Dr. Mindbender. Shout out to Toy Shiz. If you don't follow Toy Shiz, I don't know how real or unreal he is, but he's like the guru for getting you the information to get to shit. He's the only person that like gets a profit from me, because he posts it and I just click on that link and add it to my cart and buy from there. Yo, Toy Shiz, you are on it. That takes dedication, so you deserve it. I'm not saying nobody else does. I go Geek Dad Life and all that stuff, but Toy Shiz, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have had a Mindbender. You know what I'm saying? And I'm paying like the shipping price, but I couldn't go back and cancel and get another one, so I'm just gonna eat that. But if I had the PulseCon, Dr. Mindbender would have been secured and paid for. The His Tank secured and paid for, and Serpentor, or as that fake ass demonstration, Serpentar. Let me go off on a rant real quick. That was the worst. They shouldn't even have showed that. I'm like, is this supposed to be like a fake ass Attack of the Show or something? This is terrible. Guys, it was kind of like when you got those campers, or, you know, guys, are we ready to get fit? Yay! No, I have more fun watching people like Mad Hatter, people who really love the shit that they're looking at. Get Mad Hatter, get fucking Unk on there, get Iron Ken, get people who really like this shit to host it. Even if you don't like them, I would enjoy, and I think a lot of other people would enjoy watching them. It's no knock at the people who was hosting. It's just like, you were doing your job, but I wasn't impressed at all. I was like, oh my God, this is cringy. Get people who just love this shit, that's used to doing it, you know? So anyway, let me get back to it. I'm sorry, I'm ranting. There was a statement you made that I have to disagree with. I've had the PulseCon exclusive for like, since the His Tank came out. I thought it was just me. When I was ordering, I was at work. It was like go time. I kept refreshing. Oh, there he is. Let me get him. Like everybody else, and I thought it was me. I literally said this, and I got this from you. You playing, right? I was like, these motherfuckers got to be playing, because it just kept spinning. I'm like, what the fuck? Actually, it started with my X-Men. Actually, it didn't happen with my X-Men. It happened with my Serpentor. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And it was just spinning. I couldn't even like check out yet. And you know, there's a time, if you ever did pre-orders and stuff like that with the PlayStation and stuff, until you secure it, at any time you can get that, like, and you mentioned this in one of your videos, we're sold out. That makes you feel fucked up. But I was able to, after I secured it, after like 13 minutes of trying, 13 and 15 minutes of trying, I secured it. I didn't even look at the photos. I just put everything in my cart that I knew I wanted, because I was going to go back, and if I didn't want to, just take it out. And then, like most people, I would go back and like, okay, like, what is it? What's the guy? He's in Canada. I can't think of his name right now. I don't know if he's Samoan or whatever. I love him. Jay Retro. I love that. I love his attitude. Like, sometimes I'm like, come on, man, you just chilling. But he's not. He just has that. He's not confrontational. He's like, it's okay. I appreciate his attitude. I love people like that. I can't be like that. I'm like, fuck that. But the reason why I'm calling cap, as I commented, was because even after getting mine, I just kept checking, like, what if I did it now? What if I did it now? I'm telling you, the entire hour, anybody with the PulseCon exclusive could have got their Serpentor. 2 of them. I got 2 of them. Why 2? I don't want to flip it, and I'm not trying to be that guy. It's just them moving into the windowless box. I now, like the ninjas, I have to take them out. I would prefer not to, because honestly, G.I. Joe's, like the Retro Turtles, are some of the ones that I love the presentation. I love it. I love hanging them up. That is like a presentation that's, you know, like worthy of being like, you know, 1 in box, 1 out. But I don't want to spend that kind of money. But if you notice, if you ask me my favorite figure right now, let's see if he's up there. There he is. That PulseCon Cobra Commander. Most people are like, dude, why? Sorry, I'm trying to adjust this. My best friend, like, I made a deal with him. He didn't really care. and I'm gonna use him as an example in a minute. Like, I got it for a good price. It was above market price, but it was fair. The fans and family price. Let me tell you, the Cobra that's coming with my His Tank, I'll get rid of honestly, I would get rid of every other Joe, bat, any of that before that one. I was so mad I missed out. I was like, you could have got him for $30? You know what I'm saying? So, to harp back on what does it mean to you, I'm not saying what means what to people, but if anybody told you, if they live in the United States, and the military, we call it CONUS, Continental United States, they capping like a motherfucker. I'm sorry. Because even with the crash, and I used the app and I was at work, you had until 5 minutes after it launched for everybody else to get you one. Because even after it launched for everybody else, I kind of looked, then like literally 5 minutes after, it was sold out. Now that would have been stressful for people because I don't know if they allow you to save your payment, but at the only app, I have my iPhone, but Google pulls up my credit card information with everything else but that. And I'm like, yo, I'm sitting here. And that's when the phone was ringing and shit. People needed it. So I'm like, hold on. I was supposed to go get my phone looked at. I'll never forget, it was Saturday. And I told my friend I'm going to have to cancel because I'm not missing out on this. So they capping. But was the $50 up until this worth it? Yes. Here's why. And I get your valid points. Walmart, Target, they all give stuff for free. Everything on Hasbro Pulse on PulseCon, you can get everywhere else but Serpentor. The only two things that came out on PulseCon that was selling out that I wanted was Serpentor and Mindbender. When Marvel sold out, which that did sell out. Phoenix and Multiple Man sold out quick, and then Spiral. Even with the subscription. So I felt bad, but I noticed, and I put this on a comment, go back and check, because the very next day, day 2, there was more Phoenix. So I feel like with Mindbender, they had like so many that they were going to pre-order that day and then the next, but you can go to Target and get them. So I went to Target and pre-ordered. Most people who've been collecting for more than a day, like I do now, because I never would have thought of Target. And if you're a new subscriber or a new collector, look around at Target, you'd be surprised. Target still has them. Target sent me my Spider-Man before anybody else. And so I let Amazon send the next one, and I canceled Big Bad Toy Store because I wanted to make sure, because this is one of the pinnacle people. And in one of my videos, I was like, Spider-Man's one of them. Where did I get this? Target. Haven't even posted the review yet. So I'm not a fan of anyone. Hasbro, Target, Walmart, they can all eat a dick. Pardon it, my French little kids. But you can. Why? Because I'm loyal to me and my wallet. Whoever comes through first, Iron Ken said this. Shout out to Iron Ken. And everybody does it. Whoever got it first, they got my money. Reason why I don't like to pre-order from Walmart, because they charge up front. But I had to get that Spider-Man Brett from the animated series and the Lizard. But Big Bad Toy Store, Hasbro, none of them charge. Amazon, they don't charge. The reason why I like to go through Amazon if I can, because if you need to return something, this is the downside to having PulseCon exclusive. You still got to pay for shipment back. That's bullshit. But to make a long story short, it made sense to get the PulseCon, and I'm glad I did, because I was able to secure my my fucking Serpentor. Mindbender, I just lucked out because of Toy Shiz. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to that man. Even if you don't watch his reviews, he's gonna put you on what we call on game. He's gonna give you the hookup. That's why anytime I'm waiting for something to post, like this turtle pack of the villains, retro villains, I just kept going, let me see what Toy Shiz. Because if it's out, he got it. I'm telling you. And I'm not sponsored or nothing, I'm just telling you like a TI is. So, I get it, Unc. But, to me, my question was this. Do I want to miss out on His Tank, or do I want to miss out? Because I missed out on some good ones. I'm kind of mad I missed out on that Air Striker, that Sky Striker. I have the 3 inch, 3.25 inch. If it were today, I would do it. $250, and you got all that shit. People want like $400 for a basic ass Sky Striker from the old days. That new Sky Striker, I'm kicking myself for that one. Real talk. Because over there, I got the His Tank. I got the AWE. I got all that stuff right there. I got the Fang. Because I like the little, it's kind of fun. I pre-ordered the collaboration with Transformers Megatron. Do I think that's worth it? No. After the reviews, it looks like shit, but I'm willing to do that. So with the Reyes and all that stuff, if people would keep it real and just say, this shit costs too much, but I still want it, I would respect that. Do not justify it. That is not worth $350. Fuck trying to calculate plastic and parts and add-ons. The question is, if that Reyes car with Robbie Reyes was $300 in Walmart right now, would you buy it? No! So it's not worth it. You shouldn't bank on add-ons and selling that shit. I'm not selling out one add-on that comes with my His tank. I want that shit because I'm a fan of the product. Okay? So, with that being said, if somebody was like, is it worth it? Fuck no, but I just got to get it. Keep it real. That's the only way you can keep it real. I be watching YouTubers battle out from Articulated Ninjas to some guy he was talking to. He was like, you're getting 4 figures. You're getting 4 shitty looking figures. I'm not into Ghost Rider. To be honest, Danny Ketch is my Ghost Rider because if you watch that episode of Fantastic Four when he took Galactus down, that was badass. I'm more familiar with Johnny Blaze, but Danny Ketch is the Ghost Rider I think of, and I'm like, that's badass. So if I could mutate it, I want Danny Ketch's Ghost Rider, but I want Johnny Blaze's motorcycle. Robbie Reyes can miss me. He's not even a spirit of vengeance. He's not a rider. He's possessed by his uncle. No. Fuck no. The His tank is a statement in G.I. Joe. Robbie Reyes' Hell Charger, that's just another fucking Vin Diesel car. In my opinion, it's not worth it. And people who like it, if I was lying, it would sell out. The His tank sold out in one day. I mean, not sell out. It made its quota in one day. Even though, shout out to Iron Ken, I respect you because, like, I'm going to go ahead and say I'm a nigga too. We black and we kind of hood like that. I respect that. The fact that we not, 40-year-old virgin gave collectors bad names. And as far as I'm concerned, we not like that. You know what I'm saying? We doing our thing. But the point is, I digress. He was like, hold on. He didn't shell out for none of that. Neither did my best friend who I know loves G.I. Joe. He's like, yo, I like G.I. Joe. He don't even like Serpentor. He has never backed to HasLab and he will not. I respect that. So if you just keep it real and don't try to justify, call a spade a spade. I get it. Most people thought His tank wasn't worth it. To me, it was. I mean, plastic-wise, the economy-wise, what people are charging. I saw you posted like different people with their 3D rendering. I get it, but it's not going to be the hit. It's not going to be that HasLab. I'm sorry. To hold you over, like the Batmobile from the new Batman movie, The Batman, there are like Spin Masters and stuff that are cool. But if that was a HasLab and it did what it's supposed to do and people actually enjoyed it, I think the people who made the new Robbie Reyes, they don't even really like Marvel like that. You can't. Because you should get excited like, no offense, Todd McFarlane. That dude is losing it. When he got his figures, he's so excited. We make fun like they have him in the back room. He's like, what's up, everybody? Like, pew, pew, pew. He's having fun. Even if it's a piece of shit in my eyes, he loves it. Respect. I gotta respect you for it. That Robbie Reyes, they couldn't even the His tank, they had a rendering and they didn't even have like an actual model and like we didn't give a fuck. We was like, I'm buying it. Ken was like, nah, fuck that. And I get it. The only reason why the His tank, honestly, and this is my judgment. Tell me if I'm right or wrong in the comments. That was wrong to do a HasLab. Here's why. Every other HasLab had at least an initial release. What I mean by that is there are toy versions of the Sentinel. Shit, there's toy versions of Galactus. And if I'm not mistaken, there are toy versions of the Sail Barge. I know for a fact from the Mission Fleet, there's a toy version of the, the Razor Crest. There is no toy version in 6-inch scale for the His tank. So that's where they were wrong. Hasbro, fuck you for that. That's the only reason why you were wrong for that. Because for Marvel Legends, there's a Spider-Man from Marvel Legends. There's a Spider-Man from Revoltech, not Revoltech, but there's various versions, as you know. Like I'm tipsy right now. Shout out to my alcohol. But we have choices. We have Super 7 Turtles. We have Playmate Turtles. We have that weak-ass, terrible, what is it called? Not SH Figure Arts, because they badass, but somebody comment that lame-ass shit to where it's like the I don't even know, but it's terrible. And then we have NECA. You have options. With the His Tank, you have no options. And that's cornering the market. That's a monopoly, and that's wrong. That's fucking wrong. G.I. Joe, you got Classified. You got Super 7 G.I. Joe. You got the lame-ass Super 7 retro figures. And you got the 3/4 inch. You have options. If I want Duke, I have options to get them. There's only 2 options for the His Tank. 3 if you count Megatron, so that's wrong. But I digress. The only way we speak, I was going to do a bit with my credit cards. You speak with your money. Iron Ken, if you watching this because you subscribe, shout out to you. Thank you. Because, like, I remember, like, real tidbit, when I was like, what's the difference between me and you? You talk a lot of shit, but you don't do what you were supposed to do. When you were saying that, you weren't supposed to do anything. It just made me think of this Dr. Dre song. My friends and I, we just goof around with music we think of. But one thing I got to disagree with Iron Ken that you did, you boast that you do have a hell of a collection. You got a shit ton of bats and shit. I love how you customize it. But the thing is, Hasbro don't give a fuck. If you go back and watch that NWA movie with Dr. Dre and shit, Straight Outta Compton, what did Dre say when he saw the white people crushing his, no, I'm not racist, but they were crushing down to ghetto rap. Dre was like, I don't give a fuck. They pay for it. They can break it all they want. Meaning, we got our money. I don't give a fuck what you say. The wallet, the money talks. The money talked with that weak-ass Rancor. The money talked with that weak-ass $500 for a lightsaber. And it's talking with that weak-ass Robbie Reyes. That's how you make them realize. I bet you the next Star Wars that come out, these motherfuckers gonna think twice and listen to the customer. Or if not, hey, do it out again, motherfucker. So, they cornered the market with that His Tank. But if they came out with like a Night Raven or something like that, like even, I think it was fair, even Stevens with the Air Striker, because I feel like they're going to come out with the Sky Striker, because they coming out with these retro things. The thing is, we getting older. I don't want to be dead before I get all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Little kids don't care about this shit, but Ken, my man, straight up, you able to get access to like, I think you got like 10 or 6 Crimson Guards, I forget. I give you thumbs up even if I don't always agree. I feel where you coming from though. That's why you and Uncle Tim are 2 of the main ones that I subscribe to, because I identify with y'all from walks of life. But you made a comment, you was like, you know, like, you probably not even watching this, but you were like, I'm gonna get mine. I mean, like, these fuck boys, like, I got my 30 bats. That heifer on Hasbro. He's like, in the heifer. You wrong for that, man. You a better Christian than that. But like, they don't care. If you bought 30 of them bats and you were able to get them for regular price, they got paid for that. People who are putting a G.I. Joe up on for sale because they had enough, Hasbro don't give a shit. When you bought them at market price, they made their margin. You speak by not getting it at all. Don't feed the scalpers. There's only 3 things that I bought that were above price. That Cobra Commander, that's the only thing my friend had in his collection that I want, next to his Queen Alien. And if you're watching this, Rob, I want that damn Queen Alien. You can't get rid of that. That's shit. I want that. And that Ripley. But that was worth it to me. Cara Dune, I paid $100 for it at the time. If they came out right now with Cara Dune's, because I heard she was a peg warmer. I wasn't collecting at the time. Hashtag no regrets, because I can't have Mando without her. To me, that's like his Vegeta. They were like, I like them too, you know? Third, the Turtles in Disguise. I paid $200. Yes, $200 for them. When they came out, I heard they were $80. But think about it. After I got them, they came out with the stylized turtles, the like lime green. Hashtag no regrets. I love the color, the complexion, everything about it. I don't even put them in the trench coats. But they were now $150. So I paid $50 more, and I justified it by saying I got that much more accessories. Same thing with the movie Turtles. And then I'm going to try to wrap this up because this is almost 30 minutes. My movie NECA, my entire collection wouldn't mean shit if I didn't have the movie Turtles. That Leonardo, Rob, if you're watching this, I agree. That Leonardo's so stoic. Even people like who I like to follow, like displaying model behavior and stuff, who I know more from Marvel, loves them. You could not go wrong with that Leonardo at a time where their QCs was sucking. I paid like, I think it was $40 for each turtle. And now they in Walmart like a motherfucker. Hashtag no regrets. So, when I made that comment, the main takeaways was to get the PostCon exclusive, especially if you get in the HasLab. And I made sure I called before I even paid for it. Yes, sir, the HasLab, and it was free shipping. So from my His Tank to all the orders I ordered, especially for exclusives, to the me making sure that I get my fucking Serpentor. I want him out of box, but I want him in box. With my Mom Bender in box, you know they're going to, but think about it, they're going to release these figures again. You think it's one and done for Serpentor? If they did that, I'm not selling my collection, but fuck Hasbro. Because there's only one more figure that I want that I can't live without, and that's Nemesis Enforcer. I got my favorite Joe, which is Falcon from the movie. But other than that, dude, I'm done with Joe. If they did some shit like that to the people, that's fucked up. Pardon my French. But we speak with our money. It's just what it is. So, Unc, like, I appreciate everything you do. And I made comments because I want you to complain. I want you to get the word out. But I also, and sometimes in between, you make me laugh because you like, you laugh at the list. You like, you better make my sandwich and stuff. I get that. But that's what I really want to say. Guys, like, the only person I can think of right now, Rob, this is out to you. My man, Rob Saltenbacher. Who y'all? My brother. Not my best friend, my brother. I've seen him hold his grounds on like, fuck no. He's been collecting for 20 years. And he's willing to part with stuff. He's not attached. And I appreciate that. So when you're ready to sell that Queen Alien, holla at your boy. But he's looking at it like, fuck no. But the thing is, he's a bigger G.I. Joe fan than me. I'm not even a G.I. Joe fan like that. I just like the animated movie. It is one of the only old school shows that you can go back and rewatch. And then second, the Turtles, and then Transformers, and maybe Thundercats. But if he's not willing to do that bullshit, and I know he's a fan, he likes tactical stuff and all that. And he's like, no, he's not complaining about it. He's just like the same way I am. If I'm looking for a new car, and I like my Mustang that I got, the Justang, there was an inferior version there was a Mustang that cost more that was inferior to the Mustang I ended up with 10 years ago. I didn't go on a rant and tirade and I was just like, I didn't even try to convince him. I was just like, during the test drive, the check engine light came on. I was like, bro, you can't. He was firm because in a military town, they can try to fuck people over because there's a sucker born every time. But anyway, I digress. He's like, I'm not getting that. I'm like, respect. So it sucks, man. But the way we speak is with our wallets. There's shit that I won't pay for. I went through this week and canceled a lot of fucking pre-orders. Because I collect the Super 7, they always go on sale on Amazon. So I'm like, why did I, other than my Slash that I'm going to do a review over, I'm like, I'll wait. Because I'm like, if I make $54 for Krang, Bubble Walker, fuck that. No. But if he turns up on Amazon, yeah, I'll grab him. I can't pull him up because I use this this stuff that keeps him glued down. But there's a pirate from Thundercats. I wouldn't have paid full price for it, no. But okay, I'll get it. So I said that to say this. Speak with your wallet and just learn that if it's not worth it, it's not worth it. Prime example. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I made a video about this that I'm going to post. When I started collecting Transformers, if you collect Transformers, Soundwave, what's the hardest to acquire Soundwave? That fucking Walmart one. They want like $200. Are you out of your fucking mind? I got to get ghetto now. What did I spend $70 on? This. And this is a knockoff. It's a KO. I'd much rather have this than that bullshit. And it came with Laserbeak. Dude, this is way more worth it. And if you're going to pay that, you might as well get the Soundwave Masterpiece version. I'm into the KOs and Masterpiece now. I think Jetfire is going to be the first because now after a year, I'm scrutinizing what I spend my fucking hard-earned dollars on. Because at first I just wanted to feel stuff, dude. If you looked at my room and I'm going to do a tour, there's stuff that I don't even have shown. I haven't even opened up my Ghostbusters. Speaking of which, it would have been great to walk into Target and get this. I spent $90 on this, but it was worth it to me because this was so tight. I was so pissed that they, you know what I mean? But incredible people, Uncle Tim, my nigga Iron Ken. Look, I feel y'all. But sometimes it's like, oh, and another thing, Unc, I get you. There's a subscriber I'm subscribed to, and I was like, you're not gonna call this shit out. So with their toys, they don't get them for free to keep. Hasbro makes you send that shit back. Godfather McFarlane, he'll let you keep it. Shout out to you. But there was a reviewer, I'm not gonna name drop, but he was reviewing like Blur. I'm gonna tell you right now what sucks about this figure, but I kept it, but knowing it. This right here, it does not tab in. It's so loose. There's some shitty Transformer figures that people are willing to pay for, including myself. But when he didn't call that out, he was like, guys, this, I was like, yo, I said, hold on, man. I unsubscribed but then resubscribed because I don't want to be a dick like that. But I called him out. I'm not going to say the channel. You know who you are. You're not watching this. But I was like, wait, you're just going to blow past that shit right there? But there is like a, I forget the name of it because I just have them. But it comes on and it shows like the Thundercat Super 7. The sound sounds like, dun 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 dun. He did a review. Some shit he gets, but he puts down there, you know, this was sent to me. And I respect that. But he even scrutinizes some of the shit. I forget who you are. Whoever he is, he's got like he's got Snake Mountain in the background. And I love it. And he goes through it. It's not Pixel Dan, but like, there are people like myself who will pay for it. I even sometimes, I'm suspect, but I'll still go ahead and give it to you, Shartimus Prime. But another real person that sometimes he makes me cringe because he's just like, holy shit, he called it like the tranny gremlin. He's not politically correct at all. Talker Art, I'll drink to you. You know why? He fucking loves Marvel Legends, but he calls them on they shit. And he admits, I fucking love Marvel. But because I have no choice, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. But guys, but when he takes shots at Dwight and them, they're just marketing. They don't make the decisions. So that's what I disagree with. He loves McFarlane. When he shows me shit like my best friend that McFarlane used to have compared to the shit they got now, like I'm about to call him Killmonger. Overkill compared to the old Overkill, I fucking hate this new Overkill. It's not worth the money I paid, but I got it because I love the McFarlane. I'm new to it. So anyway, yeah, man. So I get you, there are people out there that are like, they'll receive a figure and they're afraid to like, I get both points of views. They should say it, but be real. I'm glad that my YouTube, I'm U.S. Navy. That's my bread and butter and my TSP. I would like to make money. I don't really give a fuck if I don't. I'm going to keep it real to the end of the time. You can send me whatever you want. If it's a piece of shit, I'm like, hell no, this is a piece of shit. So that's why like close to home reviewers like yourself, like Iron Ken, like Talker Art. But anyway, who y'all?